funny you should ask about the men's team. It's almost 2:30, that's when we polish the championship trophies each day, is at 2:30. So you're almost here in time to see the polishing of the trophies. No, seriously, we lost some players that were dominant players for us over the last 4 years, and they made us look really good, and they contributed in big parts of the team. And Ryan Hamney and Phil Orno, and they're not replaceable. But we have reloaded, and we have some new players in the lineup, and we're going to be good still. We're going to be good. We're going to have a chance to win the conference. I think we're not quite as heavy a favorites as we were last year. Last year we ran through the league without losing more than 2 points to anyone, and we felt like we were going to do it the whole year. And this year it's going to be more of a dogfight. The freshman Matt Kelker coming in and playing at the top of the lineup will really help us. And then Matt Ford in the bottom half of the lineup right now is going to be strong down there too. The biggest thing for the men's team is that a lot of the players will be playing up one spot from last year. But with the experience we have I think 5 seniors on the team this year. With that experience, I'm hoping that shouldn't be a tremendous challenge for anyone. We're getting a really good player coming to Cleveland State each year, and our freshmen will step into the lineup, and we expect them to contribute in the same way that the people who left did. So, if you're in our starting lineup, we expect you to go undefeated in conference. And if you're playing up a spot from last year, like some of the guys are, we expect that senior experience to take over, and we expect those players to go undefeated in the conference. That's kind of our expectations now. Watching Goose step up, and Yannick Goossens, the Goose, step up into the number 1 position this fall and establish himself as a dominant player in the Midwest and beyond has been really satisfying. As I said before, he went from 4 his freshman year to 2 last year to 1 this year. And when he gets on the court, he's a matured tennis player and a matured both physically and mentally on the court. And when he gets on the court, people are scared to play him, and he has a presence. And so that's been a really nice thing to see. Our number 1 doubles team, they played 2 together last year for a lot of the years, John Haley and Rob Fox, and almost every time they get on the court, they're the better doubles team. Sometimes they get out-talented, just in terms of pure tennis talent, but there's no one that plays the game of doubles better than our guys, and so they can overcome people that have been historically more talented by the way they play doubles and communicate together. So seeing them turn into a number 1 doubles team has been great. And on the women's side, we had 3 new freshmen coming in, so it was important that we got a lot of playing experience. We develop a lineup, or a semblance of a lineup, that we'll use in the spring, and just get a lot of match play because, if we have half the women in our starting lineup in the spring are new, we don't want the first dual match to be a lot of pressure. They've gotten a lot of matches in, so they should be ready to go. And we look as good and as deep as we've ever been on the women's side. I knew we'd be good. We lost a couple solid players who've been here for 4 years, and especially in doubles that really we relied upon, Charlotte Gibbons and Denisa Montine. But I knew the women we had coming in were as good of players as we've gotten, and I expect us to be good. I didn't know how good, and I think that the lineup right now is really deep. Like, everyone can beat everyone in the lineup from pretty much 1 to 8. So I didn't know how the lineup would shake up, but based on the results and their challenge matches, we have an idea of the lineup now. So I knew we'd be good. I just know which faces would be where in the lineup. I think I knew they were all good players. I think some of the surprises of the fall were that I think Alex Power came in from Columbus, and she held her own in the top half of the lineup. Not to say that I didn't think she would, but maybe a little more quickly than I thought. And Mandy Liu, who came in last year in February, was eligible. She ran the table this fall at the lower half of the lineup, went undefeated, 9-0, and I think no matter where you play in the lineup, that's an accomplishment. The highlights of the fall were definitely seeing the team compete at maybe a higher level at every single number in the lineup. We went to tournaments, and we were the best or one of the better teams at each tournament we were at, and that's really exciting to see. A lot of times in the past we've been competing at a few spots but not at all the spots, and to see to know that my number 5 player can beat my number 1 player on a given day is really exciting as a coach, to see that we have that potential to beat good players all the way down the lineup.